इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य विस्तार. हरे कृष्ण. So till now, so we are discussing fourth chapter. Name of chapter is Sadhu Ninda or blasphemy of great saintly persons. So this is the shloka mentioned in Padma Puran for the first offense, uh, offense against the holy name, or it's a Vaishnava offense. It's Vaishnava Ninda, Sadhu Ninda. So we discussed last time 10 kinds of offenses to the holy name. This is the first offense. To blasphemy of a devotee, very dangerous offense. So who is a devotee or who is a sadhu? Last time we discussed 26 qualities of a sadhu based on Srimad Bhagavatam, or you can say nectar of devotion. In Srimad Bhagavatam, discussion of Uddhav and Lord Krishna is there. So in the 11th chapter, 26 qualities of Krishna are 26 qualities of a pure devotee is mentioned. So these qualities we discussed last time, na? These are the qualities. So all these qualities can be divided into two categories. One is a Swarupa Lakshan and the another one is Tatastha Lakshan, or you can say primary qualities and secondary qualities, or here it is mentioned natural qualities or borderline qualities. So out of all 26 qualities, and the one quality is considered as Swarupa Lakshana or Swarup primary quality. What is that? That is Krishna Ek Sharanam, surrendering, complete surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So complete surrender or having full faith in Krishna, you can say. So that is the primary quality of a Vaishnava or a devotee or a sadhu, you can say. So the primary qualities are called Swarupa, the Tatastha qualities take shelter in them. We discussed that all the secondary qualities, if we see, those qualities arise from Sattva or mode of goodness, and to come on the level of Sattva bhakti is the only way. Means we can see that externally we have choice to show that quality, but internally having feeling of that quality is not so easy. That comes only by bhakti. So we have choice to show uh, that quality in us. Means we can control our anger externally, or we can have pleasing smile or pleasing face in front of somebody. uh, so we have choice to show that kind of quality, but internally having that feeling of not having anger or having a feeling of pleasing uh, face, or you can say any quality, that in to have that quality internally, we and that will come by bhakti only. We discussed how a devotee, when he comes on the level of nishtha, his anarthas vanished away, and his mode of passion and ignorance also vanished away, and he comes on the level of satoguna. And when he comes on the satoguna, then these quality automatically generate or come in that devotee. So this is the thing, primary quality and the secondary qualities. Based on atmosphere, we should also try externally also to have that these qualities. It is not like that we should not try externally. We should wait for that all this quality will come automatically based on situation. because sometimes suppose you are in a company and there is some discussion is going on, and that discussion is not in your favor. So if it is not in your favor, you cannot show your anger there. You have to control your anger there. So externally you have to show that quality. So based on situation, we have to externally also we have to try, but internal feeling will come only by bhakti. I hope I am able to make you understand. Okay, so today we'll start uh, from here, the outward signs of varnashram. So there are different signs of sign means different appearance in varnashram. Suppose a brahmachari wears saffron robes, and a grihastha wears mm, white robes, white clothes. So all these things are there. Generally, brahmacharis keep their head shaven in shaven form, but grihasthas keep small hairs. So all these are outward signs. One does not become a saintly devotee by wearing certain kinds of clothing. So this certain kind of clothing is not a sign of being a devotee, saintly person. Taking shelter of the Lord Krishna is the mark of a true devotee. So what is the uh, original mark? The original mark is taking shelter of Lord Krishna. These externals are outward signs are external only. Certain kinds of clothing mark the various positions in varnashram. However, one's status as a devotee is not marked in that way. Taking shelter of Lord Krishna is the mark of a devotee. That is the original mark of a devotee, taking shelter of Krishna, or having full faith in Krishna. From a devotee's mouth comes the chanting of the Lord Krishna's holy name. Grihastha, Brahmachari, Vanprastha, and Sannyasi are the first four divisions, and Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, and Brahman are the second four divisions of Varnashram. So these are the Varna and Ashram. Four divisions are there. One is not known as a devotee by these divisions. A devotee is known because he takes shelter of Lord Krishna. This the scriptures say. So a devotee is not known by in what ashram he is, one in what varna he is. Uh, we see generally when a grihastha devotee meets a brahmachari. Grihastha devotee generally used to glorify brahmachari that you are a great devotee, you are such and such. But these kinds of sentiments are very good. Means the sentiments, or you can say these kinds of respect, giving respect is very good, but one should not go based on the color of clothes, that he will be a great devotee, he would be a great devotee. Even a grihastha also, I mean, there are many great grihasthas in our community who are very elevated devotees. So advancement of a devotee is not based on the in which varna he is there, in which ashram he is there. So it totally depends on his surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead, or what kind of faith he is having in the holy name in Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the original mark, or you can say the actual uh, parameter to see the advancement or how elevated a devotee is. Uh, and we can see these qualities now, you see 26 qualities which or you can say these secondary qualities, they differ in different varnashram. Like second, I'm talking about the secondary qualities, not primary quality. Primary quality will be same in all the varnashram, taking shelter of Krishna or having full faith in Krishna, his holy name. But other 25 qualities may differ based on the varna and ashram. We can see the example of Vishwamitra and Vasishtha. So when Vishwamitra killed all the sons of Vasishtha, na, so that time Vasishtha Muni, he was a Rajarshi. He can take he can means he can oppose Vishwamitra by his powers also. But because he was a he was a Brahmana, so showing tolerance and showing non-violence is the quality of a Brahmana. So that time he did not uh, engage in war with Vishwamitra. He showed his uh, quality of tolerance. Although he was fully capable of combating, means he can combat with, he can have a war with Vishwamitra, and he can defeat Vishwamitra very easily. But because he was a Brahmana, so he showed his quality of tolerance, and he accepted as a matter of, you can say, Lord's arrangement, or you can say whatever is there. So he accepted that, and he moved on from that. Uh, this is the quality of a Brahmana. But on the other side, if you see Dhruv Maharaj in our temple, and this section of Dhruv Maharaj is going on in morning Bhagavatam. So he was a 5-year-old boy, but in age of 5 year only, na, he was having this quality of Kshatriya quality. Means he was uh, when his mother, his stepmother Suruchi, she told something, and so Dhruv Maharaj did not like that, and because he was a Kshatriya, he moved to forest, and he started tapasya and other things, kind of. So this quality may differ in different varna and ashram, based on which, in which varna he is there, in which ashram is there. So these 25 qualities, means other 25 qualities may differ in based on the varna and ashram, but the 26th quality, which is Krishna Ikshanam, that will be same in all the varna and ashram. So this is one of the important thing. One is not known as a devotee by these divisions, means varna and ashram. A devotee is known because he takes shelter of Lord Krishna. That is the primary quality. This the scripture say. So now the qualities of a Grihastha devotee. So we discuss this uh, four divisions. Now Chaitanya Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur is discussing how should what should be the conduct of a grihastha or a renounced a person, means a person in varnashram or sannyas order. So here Haridas Thakur is telling, "Oh Lord, you taught Raghunath Das how to be a householder devotee." So Haridas Thakur is quoting the pastime of Raghunath Das Goswami. So there is a very good discussion in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu guides Raghunath Das Goswami personally when he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the first time. How and he had a desire to leave his home. So that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "Oh, you said," Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "Be peaceful, go home, go back home. Don't be a madman." So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to uh, Raghunath Das Goswami, "Don't be a madman. Gradually you will cross to the farther shore of the ocean of birth and death." That time Raghunath Das Goswami wanted to join the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wanted to leave his home, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu denied him. He told him, "Go back home, be there, and serve your parents now, and when the suitable time come, you you will leave the home." So turn away from monkey renunciation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "Ki leave Markat Vairagya, leave your monkey renunciation." So I hope you know about the monkey renunciation or Markat Vairagya, that like a monkey, na, he enjoys everything, but he externally he shows that he is a Vairagi. He is not having even the clothes, but he enjoys with so many sea monkeys and other things. So that is known as monkey renunciation or Markat Vairagya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Raghunath Das Goswami, don't show this kind of vairagya. So what he is telling, without attachment, accept what material pleasures are appropriate. So in a Grihastha ashram, a devotee has to accept many material things. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, without attachment, you should accept all these things, and that in a that also in a appropriate mood. What should be the mood? The mood should not be of enjoyment. The mood should be of service, of accepting all these material things. In your heart, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Raghunath Das Goswami, in your heart, keep spiritual faith. Externally, act like an ordinary person or a materialistic person, भौतिकवादी व्यक्ति की तरह आप एक्सटर्नली करते रहिए काम. Externally act like an ordinary person. Lord Krishna will soon deliver you. So when appropriate time will come, Krishna will guide you when to leave home and come to Vrindavan. So this is in Grihastha ashram, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Raghunath Das Goswami. Now, the qualities of a devotee who has renounced Grihastha life. Now, this is a person who leaves Grihastha life and enter in a Vanprastha life. Seeing that Raghunath Das had renounced Grihastha life, you gave him these instructions, wonderful to hear. So in future, when that time Raghunath Das left home, renounced his Grihastha life, and came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed a few instructions. What are these instructions? So don't hear gossip. So this is very important for uh, renounced order. So this is not only for Vanprastha, this is for all the renounced order, whether it is a brahmachari, Vanprasthi, or a sannyasi. So this is very important for these three renounced order. Don't hear gossip, don't speak gossip, don't eat opulent food, don't wear opulent clothing. So these four instructions is there. Also, don't desire that others will honor you. You give all honors to other. Always chant Lord Krishna's holy name. In your heart serve Shri Radha Krishna in Vraja. So these are the instructions for a renounced order Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. So all these are means broadly it is given. Uh, we can discuss all these things in future sometime. So I hope you understand all these things. So this is mainly for renounced order. Of course, Grihastha ashram is also means we have to follow the things, but in Grihastha ashram some there is a kind of some uh, concession is given, but that is also in keeping Krishna in center. Things will be and things should be there, like Krishna is the center of our means our each means everything we do, our every act Krishna should be the center. But in other three ashram we should be very careful. We cannot do this enjoyment. The one primary quality shared by a Grihastha devotee and a devotee who has renounced Grihastha life. So, in Grihastha life, we see Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling you should have all these things, you should have material things and these things. But in renounced order, on the other, means it's totally opposite. Now, what is common in between? What is means? So he's telling the one primary quality shared by Grihastha devotee and devotee who has renounced Grihastha life. So what is the common quality, primary quality? That is Krishna Ek Sharanam. Other things may vary. We discussed earlier just now that other 25 qualities may differ based on the Varna and Ashram. Like in a Grihastha ashram, one can have some kind of enjoyment keeping Krishna in center, but in renounced order, other three ashram, that kind of enjoyment means one cannot have. And there is a mood of tapasya is there in other ashram. So that other secondary qualities may differ in level of austerity and other things. But the one primary quality, Krishna Ek Sharanam, is common in both means renounced order and in Grihastha ashram. So same thing is there. The primary quality is one that is honored everywhere. The difference that begin with varnashram are all secondary. That is means secondary qualities. If I see that a person who has completely taken shelter of Lord Krishna acts badly, means a person who is a devotee but he acts badly, I still say he is a saintly devotee. Such a person should be served by everyone. So Haridas Thakur is telling, if you see any devotee, uh, if he is doing some bad act, then also if he means he is having this one primary quality of Krishna Ikshanam, that person should be considered as a saintly devotee. Or he is telling such a person should be served by everyone. Also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling, Lord Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, therefore I will always earnestly worship such a devotee. So where it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita?
Ninth
So
chapter.
yeah, ninth chapter, 31st, 30th verse, it is mentioned, Api chet suduracharo bhaste mam ananya bhag sadhu rev samantavya samyak vyavasto hisa. So even if a person is a durachari or sudurachari, means durachari is something, sudurachari is means upper level. So, but if he is bhajate mam ananya bhag, he is having this one quality of surrendering to Krishna. So sadhu rev samantavya, उसको साधु मानना चाहिए. One should be, that person should be considered as sadhu. Samyak vyavasto hi saha. He is vyavasit. He is having this quality, means he is determined in his, uh, he is focused in his bhakti. If he does some sudurachar act, one should consider him a devotee only. Why? So Krishna is telling, Shipram Bhavati Dharmat. Very soon, Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma. He will be a Dharmatma very soon. Means that act may be accidental, or it is not a premeditated act, or it's some accidentally he has done something bad. So we should not consider. We should consider that person as a um, saint only. So Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Shashwat Shantim Nigachati Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhaktya Pranashati. So that Kaunteya Pratijanihi. So Arjuna, please remember this, that my devotee will never perish. So this is very important verse in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is means Haridas Thakur is giving this reference from Bhagavad Gita. Means Haridas Thakur is telling that there is a reference in Bhagavad Gita, and we see that reference on. Oh Lord, you mercifully gave this one confidential teaching. Uh, so I have no power to find the end of your mercy. So Haridas Thakur is telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that this teaching is from you. A person who criticizes a devotee because of that devotee's previous sins or the fragrance of his previous sins is an offender to the holy name. So it may happen that there are traces of sins or faults a devotee uh, did in his past life in the sense in his um, past life means previous coming into bhakti, previous to his coming to his bhakti. So there may be some faults would be there, some sins would be there, so there can be some traces. So based on that traces of sins and faults, if someone criticize that devotee, that is sadhu ninda, or he is an offender to the holy name. When a person attracted to the holy name once says the holy name, his previous sins are destroyed. So when a person attracted to the holy name once says the holy name, so by chanting the holy name once only, previous sins are destroyed. This is the statement. So of course, this is very true as it is mentioned in the Shastras, but that quality of chanting one holy name also matters. That a person should chant on the level of ruchi at least. Because here it is mentioned, a person attracted to the holy name. So that person with attraction, if he chants that holy name, that one holy name can destroy all his previous sins. The scent of his previous sins. Scent means his traces. The scent of his previous sins may still linger for some days, but by the power of the holy name, they too are gradually destroyed. T double O, T double O two. Okay, so The scent of the previous sin means traces can be there in that person for few days, few years, even it can take lifetime also. So it can be there uh, based on his culture, or you can say on his sanskaras or his habits. It may take time. It can, it may vary in different people based on his surrender. So Srila Prabhupada used to say, na, a person that fan, after switching off the fan, it moves for some times, and it takes time to come to on rest. So it moves for a while. Also, there is a analogy that a person who is dirty, he is having mud, he is coming from outside, uh, and when a person that person comes under the shower, so in due course of time, because he is under the shower, his all dirt, his bad smell will be washed away. So it will take time. Similarly, a devotee who is trying, who is practicing bhakti, in due course of time, his uh, traces, or you can say previous, his habits, old habits, will also be washed away. So this is the thing. The scent of sin is quickly thrown away, then that person become a great saint. So we see the example of Mrighari. Mrighari was such a cruel person, but when he got the association of Narad Muni and he surrendered fully to Lord's name, uh, also we see the example of Valmiki. He was not able to chant the name of the Lord, even he was not able to chant Ram. So Narad Muni gave him, guided him. So means very soon that person can become a very great saint. We see Mrigari became a great saint. Valmiki means who was a thief or robber, so he become a great saint in due course of time. During those days, when the scent of sin is not yet destroyed, to ordinary eyes, he may still seem to be a sinner. To ordinary eyes means to a materialistic person, he may still seem to be a sinner. It may happen that a person who is a materialistic, he may see that devotee as as a sinner or an ordinary materialistic person. But a devotee should be very careful, not seeing him like a sinner. Seeing that scent of sin, someone may criticize that devotee. Saying that he had previously sinned, someone may criticize his character also. So, but a devotee should be very cautious. If a devotee, if you see na, uh, if a devotee sees that devotee who has done something wrong in his past life, previous life, so if he is seeing fault in that devotee, so he is also coming on the level of a materialistic person. Otherwise, there will be no difference between that devotee and that materialistic person. Means if a devotee is seeing this devotee as a sinner as a materialistic person, then there is no difference between this devotee and a materialistic person also, because this materialistic person is seeing this uh, devotee of who has fault as a materialistic person. Similarly, this devotee is also seeing. So there is no difference between this devotee and this materialistic person. Uh, this is very important, and this is also shows that this devotee has no faith on bhakti, because he is not considering that this person is doing bhakti, and in due course of time uh, he will be a good devotee or a saintly person, uh, because he is doing bhakti and this person is offending him, this person is telling ill names to him. So he is not having that. This shows that this devotee is not having full faith on bhakti, because he is following the bhakti. In due course of time, he will be a good devotee, but he is criticizing him, he is finding fault in him. So this shows that this person is not having faith. This is very subtle thing, and I'm telling all these things, but personally I'm also not like this. This is very
पूरी 8 पर गए तो रिवाइज कर लेंगे।
Sorry, Guruji. Okay.
हम्म।
So today we discuss all this. Who is a sadhu? We see this is primary qualities we saw in last class. Secondary qualities also last we see in last class. So the position of a grihastha, brahmachari, vanprastha, and sannyasi, the social classes of Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, and Brahmana of the Varnashram system, and their respective habits and qualities are all external. So they are all external, which is no way determine who is a devotee. So what is the point of determination? How elevated that devotee is based on his surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead, his faith in the Holy Name. This is the primary quality, and based on this quality, we can decide that this is advanced devotee, this is an elevated devotee. But based on ashram or varna, we cannot decide that he is an elevated devotee. We discussed this. We took example of. We can see this example of Vishwamitra Dhruv Maharaj that in case of Vasishtha, he showed the quality of non-violence and being tolerant, which is a quality of a Brahmana. But in case of Dhruv Maharaj, on the other hand, he was a Kshatriya. So although he was Kshatriya, he was not having this so much tolerance power like a Brahmana. So, but he is also a devotee. So, but these are all secondary qualities. But in those both cases, they were surrendered to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then we discuss this qualities of Grihastha and renounced order, how how a devotee should behave in Grihastha ashram and renounced order. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving example, quoting, means Haridas Thakur is quoting Raghunath Das Goswami. So the principal character is one. What is that? Surrender to Krishna's name. The symptoms will prevail in all devotees, whether Grihastha or Sannyasi, Shudra or Brahmana by caste. However, according to ashram or varna, the secondary characteristic may differ to some degree in Vanaprastha ashram and or renounced order and Grihastha ashram. Now, traces of sin in a devotee. If even if there appear some bad elements of fault in a devotee, if he has the chief characteristics surrender to Krishna, he must be considered a devotee and should be respected and served by all. And this is a statement of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. We see the shloka 9.30. So apichet suturacharo. This is the proof. So this we discussed today. This much only.
Thank you very much for it. So the primary quality is basically Sharanagati, right? Purn Sharanagati.
Punshanagati. Full surrender to Krishna, His holy name. Serving devotees kind of things.
Brahmacharis are Purn Sharanagati.
No, na, I told na
That
that
is why they are
that
able
kind of
to take.
sentiment and respect is totally good, but we cannot decide that brahmacharis are means based on his varna and ashrama, his externals, clothing. We cannot decide. The main factor of decide is how he is surrendered, how much he surrendered, and how much he is having faith and attraction for the holy name. So this is the main thing.
He has full surrender. That is how he can take the decision of leaving everything, leaving home, leaving all these things,
Yeah,
then to take shelter of Krishna. That is the basic thing they have now.
sometimes it happens.
So
This
forcefully, yeah.
भेड़ जा हमको ब्रह्मचारी बनना है.
That may
But
be very rare.
it depends.
Yeah, very rare. Generally, we see that this is
Yeah, but we can try because the time you spent in brahmachari ashram that will always be in your spiritual quota. So of course brahmachari life is very conducive for bhakti,
yeah.
but there is grihastha ashram is very elevated ashram because this grihasthana they maintain all other three ashram. They maintain brahmacharis also, they maintain vanprastha also, they maintain even sannyasis also. Because
Grasta is ashram. If it is ashram.
yeah, of course it ashram. Because in other three ashram they do not have anything for maintenance. And they depend totally on grihastha. So of course it's a very big responsibility to be a grihastha.
Mm.
And means grihasthas are very, it's very important ashram. Grihasthas are like parents for a brahmachari. They are like friends for vanprasthis, and for sannyasis also they can act in a different way. So this ashram is very unique ashram. It's
Mm.
really elevated ashram.
Yesterday, we were discussing in our other class about prarabdha and aprarabdha
Mhm.
papam. And this discussion came, which is mentioned here, now that if you chant one pure holy name, and you mentioned that it is the stage of ruchi, then
Mm.
all your previous sins are destroyed.
At least I when I was hearing one lecture, so that devotee was telling there should be attraction for that holy name, that with that curiosity or with that attachment, attraction to Krishna, that holy name should be there.
Mhm.
So
This is
even we have
important.
that heard na that pastime of Ajamil.
Yeah.
So devotee was telling, Venugopal was telling that he was saved not because of that name which he chanted in the last time.
Mhm.
Means he was saved, of course, but his sins were destroyed when he chanted in the beginning only.
Mm.
And that kind of, so something was there.
Yes.
Of course, that is a special pastime.
Yeah. And also you mentioned that uh, in today's talk that once a devotee is situated, I think so we discussed that last time, but we revised it today that if a devotee is situated in Nistha, then he kind of comes in the mode of goodness,
Mm.
and then somehow all the secondary qualities will start kind of manifesting
Mm.
gradually. So these are kind of important points. Yeah. Okay.
Internally, they will start.
Internal. Can
Mm.
you please once again repeat internally versus externally? What is the difference?
Externally means, Prabhuji, I was discussing na in a, if you suppose you are in a company and there is
Yeah.
some matter is going on, discussion is going on, and
Mm.
something is not in your favor, or you want to implement something, but that is not being followed by others. So there may be anger in you, but you
Mm.
cannot show that anger in front of everyone. Otherwise, you will be fired up. So externally, you are controlling that anger, but
Mm.
that inner feeling is not coming. So
Mm.
it's not externally showing this is a choice, but having feeling means that anger should not be there. So that will come from inner, means that will, when you will be on the level of goodness.
That's interesting,
तो
Mr.
so there are two things we used to see ना, एक होता है गुस्सा करना और एक होता है गुस्सा आना. So
Mm.
gussa karna means it's he is on the level of satoguna, and he is doing anger, saying the means it's requirement, but
Situation.
situation. But in gussa ana means it's rajoguna and tamoguna, so it will be kind of, so externally internally
Mm.
means kind of.
Good point. Thank you. Just want to check if others have any question or comment.
Hare
Can
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam,
Hare Krishna ji.
and thank you for the glorious session, Prabhuji. I have still one question, and that is the challenging thing for Grahasthas. Don't hear gossip and don't, speak is one thing, but don't hear gossip. Even it is not at all acceptable to talk ill about others under their absence, but need some practical tips on this, Prabhuji.
So practical tips. I hope you have heard a lot on this. But sometimes somehow or other we are not able to follow that. So same things also I also will share kind of, but it's up to us only that um, we have, means we have to follow. Like we used to say na, when such kind of gossip or something means criticism is going on, we should leave that place, or we should try to change the topic. Means we can do all these things, and if it is not there, means there are two things we used to say na, uh, association. What is association? So we can we can be in nearness of some materialistic person, but unless we are not following them, we are not implementing their discussions in our life, so we are not associating with them. So we may be in nearness of materialistic persons, but association means uh, following them, contemplating on their talks. So that is the association. So in our, even when I was in my company, so all these things were there. So it's very common. But uh, we can choose this. We can try that. We should not contemplate on their discussions. We should not follow their thoughts. And means all these things I can say, Bhuji. But I hope you have heard a lot about all these things. Mainly, it's about implementation only. So this is also very important before going to your office work or something, means outside work. If you do your morning program very seriously, your sadhana in the morning, na, that that helps a lot. And I uh, means I it you also have observed all these things. Means if you do your pakka morning program, na, it helps a lot to you. So I can say this much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
You got to make guide on this more because if
Yeah, आपका मुखारविंद से भी सुनना है एक बार, because this is the little struggle in the corporate as well as in Grihastha.
yeah.
As you rightly mentioned, holy name only can protect. At that time, if we keep Krishna in the heart, we can keep quiet. Otherwise, sometimes it is little difficult.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
And it will take time, Prabhuji. It's not so because our sanskaras are very old. We enjoyed these talks a lot in our previous life. We do not know how many lives we have spent in this material world. So in one life, it will take time. Of course, that depends on our sincerity, our association with devotees, to whom we are associating, what kind of devoted means how much elevated they are. So it depends. All these things.
Thank you.
सुतांत प्रभु,
आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है, पूछ सकते हैं।
प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी, मेरा एक प्रश्न था, ये मर्कट वैराग्य और जो पूर्ण मतलब शरणागति में है कोई भक्त,
शरणागति और मर्कट वैराग में फर्क?
हाँ फर्क। और जैसे मैं मतलब कोई व्यक्ति जो खुद ही भक्त नहीं है तो वो कैसे डिफरेंशिएट कर पाएगा इतनी जल्दी? और कई बार कुछ भक्त ऐसे होते हैं, मतलब मैं सोच रहा हूँ ऐसा हो सकते हैं कि वो उन्हें पता है कि ये भक्ति में चल रहा है सही तरीके से और मैं मरकट की तरह बिहेव करूंगा और मैं अपनी कुछ भी जो करना है वो करता रहूंगा, बिकॉज मतलब दूसरा वाला व्यक्ति डिवोशन को अच्छी तरीके से फॉलो करने की कोशिश कर रहा है। तो इस चीजों से कैसे बचा जाए? और मतलब उसको उसको भी रास्ते में लाने के लिए कि जो मरकट बन रखा है, मरकट बन के ही काम करना चाह रहा है, उसको कैसे सुधारा जाए?
Prabhuji, can you repeat, Miss Shiva Prabhuji? Means what is the question?
मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है प्रभु जी ये कह रहे हैं कि हम लोग आगे वाले, जब हम ऑब्जर्वर हैं, तो हाउ शुड वी डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन अ डिवोटी हु इज एक्चुअली रियली सरेंडर्ड versus one who is kind of faking it up, and
Yes, Prabhuji.
and how to help the one who is faking, maybe, right?
मैं फिर से पुट करता हूँ हिंदी में, मतलब इंग्लिश में तो मेरे लिए असंभव
एक्चुअली
होगा।
थोड़ी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है सुतांत
ओके
प्रभु।
ओके ओके ओके
समझ में आए?
बट मैंने जितना समझा ना
समझ में आ गया प्रभु जी। अब
मैंने जितना समझा उसके अकॉर्डिंग मैं आंसर करने का प्रयास करता हूँ। सो मतलब मुझे ये समझ आया कि प्रभु जी ये जानना चाह रहे हैं कि मैं किस तरीके से इस बात को पहचानूं कि कौन डिवोटी है वो प्रिटेंड कर रहा है और कौन डिवोटी है वो रियली ही इज फॉलोइंग द डिवोशन। इज इट ना?
हाँ हाँ प्रभु जी, और मतलब मेरी खुद की योग्यता नहीं है कि मतलब मैं खुद योग्य नहीं हूँ, तो मैं कैसे
ऑफकोर्स
डिसाइड कर सकता हूँ
हमारी
कि सामने
योग्यता
वाला।
नहीं है कि हम किस प्रकार से डिस्टिंग्विश करें हु वी आर टू जज समबडी, है ना?
हाँ
ओके, सो दिस इज वेरी important, maybe we in future we discuss this. Although we should not judge devotee, this is very important, because in judging na we can do offense, but we should not judge, but we should evaluate, because this is very important for our bhakti. Why this is important? Because we have to associate with devotees. We need association, and for association we need to evaluate डिवोटी कि मैं किसके साथ संग करूं, किसके साथ संग नहीं करूं। हमें ये जज, मैं जज नहीं बोलूँगा कि हमें जज करना है, हम इसको इवेल्युएट कर सकते हैं कि कौन सा डिवोटी कैसा है, मुझे किसके साथ अ, अ, संग करना है, किसके साथ नहीं करना है। क्यों इट जरूरी है? क्यों? क्योंकि एसोसिएशन करना ही है हमें, क्योंकि एसोसिएशन नहीं करेंगे तो हम भक्ति में आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे। लेकिन एसोसिएशन किससे करना है उसके लिए हमें दूसरों को इवेल्युएट करना पड़ेगा। जज्ड वर्ड नहीं यूज़ कर रहे, सो इवेल्युएट करना पड़ेगा कि कौन किस डिवोटी के साथ हम एसोसिएट करें। सो दिस इज लाइक आई वॉज हियरिंग lecture, so devotee was telling why this is important, so he was giving example। वो एग्जांपल दे रहे थे कि कोरोना के टाइम पे ना अ, ये बहुत ज़रूरी था कि हमें मार्केट में जाना पड़ेगा, चीज़ों को खरीदना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमें घर चलाना है, कभी सब्जी खरीदने, कभी मसाले खरीदने, कुछ भी खरीदने के लिए हमें मार्केट में जाना पड़ेगा। बट क्योंकि उस समय कोरोना चल रहा था, तो उसमें ये बहुत मुश्किल था, डिफ़िकल्ट था कि बाहर जाके चीज़ों को खरीदा जाए, क्योंकि वायरस फैलने के चांसेस थे। लेकिन क्या कर देते हैं हम, मास्क लगाते थे, पूरी प्रिकॉशन लेते थे और फिर मार्केट में जाते थे, चीज़ों को खरीदते थे और फिर आते थे। सिमिलरली जब हम डिवोटीज़ को इवेल्युएट करें तो हमें पूरा प्रोटेक्शन रखना है, हमें इस बात का ध्यान रखना है कि मैं किसी की निंदा नहीं करूं, किसी में फॉल्ट्स नहीं देखूं, लेकिन साइमल्टेनियसली हमें इस बात को भी इवेल्युएट करना है कि कौन किस लेवल पर है, क्योंकि क्योंकि मुझे एसोसिएट करना है, वो दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। उस डिवोटी, हमें डिवोटीज के साथ एसोसिएट करना है, क्योंकि हमें भक्ति में आगे बढ़ना है, एंड दैट इज़ द इम्पोर्टेंट की। नाउ हाउ टू इवेल्युएट कि कौन किस लेवल पर है। सो कई सारी फैक्टर्स हैं, जिसमें से कुछ फैक्टर इस तरीके से हैं। मध्यम अधिकारी डिवोटी होता है ना, उसको पहचानने के उसके 4 सिम्टम्स बताए गए हैं भागवतम में। वो बताते हैं क्या, कि वो भगवान से प्रेम करता है, भगवान या फिर होली नेम यू कैन से, वो भगवान के होली नेम से नाम प्रेम करता है, नाम संकीर्तन से प्रेम करता है। दूसरा क्या है, वो जो इनोसेंट लोग होते हैं ना, जो मतलब नए लोग होते हैं, उन पे कृपा करता है, मर्सी, ही गिव्स मर्सी टू देम, उन पे कृपा करता है, उनको ज्ञान देता है, उनको संबंध ज्ञान के बारे में बताता है भगवान के साथ। जो उसके सीनियर होते हैं, जो भक्त होते हैं, उनकी वो सेवा करता है, ठीक है। जैसे उसके सीनियर्स हैं, जो उससे एलिवेटेड डिवोटीज हैं, उनकी सेवा करता है, उनको सर्व करता है, उनके आदेशों का पालन करता है। और जो नॉन डिवोटीज होते हैं, जो क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं भक्ति को, मतलब डिवोशनल सर्विस को क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, वो उनसे दूरी बना के रखता है। ऑल्दो वो उनसे घृणा नहीं करता, लेकिन उनसे दूरी बना के रखता है। तो दीज आर सम सिम्टम्स मध्यम अधिकारी में जो हम देखते हैं, भागवतम में बताए गए हैं 4 सिम्टम्स। सो ये जो 3-4 सिम्टम्स हैं ना, इसको आप ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हो किसी में भी, मतलब ये सिम्टम्स होते हैं किसी में, कि वो इनोसेंट लोगों के साथ किस प्रकार का संबंध ज्ञान दे रहा है, अ, फिर उसका सीनियर्स के प्रति किस तरह का भाव है, उनकी सेवा करता है, उनको पूरा आदर सम्मान देता है, उनकी बातों का, आदेशों का पालन करता है। और जो व्यक्ति बाहर के हैं, नॉन डिवोटीज हैं, उनसे घृणा नहीं करता, बट ही मेंटेन्स अ डिस्टेंस, ऑल दिस थिंग्स। और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि वो भगवान से प्यार करता है, भगवान के कृष्ण, भगवान के नामों से, नाम से प्रेम, हरिनाम संकीर्तन, इन सब से उसे प्रेम करता है, भगवान के प्रति उसका प्रेम है। तो इन चारों में से 3 चीज़ें तो हम ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं, जो मैंने चौथी चीज़ है, जो भगवान के नाम के प्रति उसका कितना अट्रैक्शन है। दिस इज मतलब थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी है इसको ऑब्जर्व करना, So seeing all these things ना, you can evaluate a devotee कि वो किस level पे है. He is a मध्यम अधिकारी kind of. So based on these, you can evaluate a devotee, and evaluation is important. So you should not judge a devotee, but you can evaluate a devotee because that is important for bhakti. I hope मैं इसको समझा पा रहा हूँ जी.
हाँ हाँ प्रभु जी बस एक चीज और मतलब ये मतलब मैं कुछ चीजों से ऐसा गुजरा हूँ, मैं अकेला हूँ, मतलब हरी बोल आवाज आ रही है आपको मेरी? हरे कृष्णा।
आ रही है यस जी.
मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था प्रभु जी कि मतलब ऐसी परिस्थिति थी, कुछ बगला भगत जैसे भागवत में बोलते हैं ना कि बगला की तरह खड़े रहते हैं, तपस्या करते दिखाते हैं लोगों को, और जैसी मछली आती है उसके मुंह मारते हैं।
हाँ
तो कुछ ऐसे लोग भी होते हैं ना प्रभु जी जो मतलब अ, अ, मतलब जो जैसे प्रभुपाद कहते हैं कि ये
हाँ,
इस्कॉन
तो ऐसे लोग होते हैं तो
हॉस्पिटल है।
क्या, ऐसे लोग होते हैं तो क्या करने को कह रहे हैं आप?
मतलब वो मतलब स्पिरिचुअल हॉस्पिटल है, वो आते हैं तो वो क्या अपनी बीमारी मतलब वेशभूषा तो वैसी बना लेते हैं एज अ मतलब ब्रह्मचारी है, मतलब जो भी मतलब गृहस्थ है,
जी
जो
जी.
भी मतलब
सो
भक्त
व्हाट इज
होते
द
हैं।
कंसर्न प्रभु जी?
मतलब ये कि वो बीमारियां अपनी जो उन्हें पता है कि उनकी बीमारी है वो बढ़ाते घटाते नहीं है। इस हॉस्पिटल में आके जैसे स्पिरिचुअल हॉस्पिटल इसको वो क्या अपने
ओके.
अंदर रखते हैं दबा के, और
जी
वो
जी.
फिर उसको मतलब किसी न किसी तरीके से वो उभर के उनकी कहीं ना कहीं वो आती है। तो उनको
ओके.
किस तरीके से मदद कर सकते हैं और खुद को कैसे बचा सकते हैं उस चीजों से, और सिस्टम कैसे बचा रहा है उस चीजों से।
खुद को इसलिए ऐसे बचा सकते हैं कि ज्ञान प्राप्त करके, भक्ति वाला जो ज्ञान है उसको जितना हम प्राप्त करेंगे, जितना हम सुनेंगे भक्तों से, तो हम उन चीज़ों से दूर रहने का प्रयास करेंगे. जितना हम रेगुलर बेसिस पे इन चीज़ों को सुनेंगे कि हमें दूर रहना, दूर रहना, दूर रहना, तो रेगुलर बेसिस पे आप हेयरिंग करिए. रेगुलर बेसिस पे आप अच्छे डिवोटीज का संग करिए. अब आप खुद ही मतलब यू आर एबल टू डिस्टिंग्विश कि ऐसे कुछ लोग हैं. सो ये आपके हाथ में कि आप उनसे एसोसिएट कम करिए. मीन्स एसोसिएशन मीन्स यू कैन गिव रिस्पेक्ट, you can have a respectful distance, but you should not associate with them. सो आप अपने आप को तो बचा लीजिए, मतलब बचा सकते हैं, रेगुलर हियरिंग करिए, अच्छी डिवोटी के सत्संग करिए. सेकंड, आप उनको कैसे बचाने का है, दैट इज सेकेंडरी. ठीक है, वो अभी हमें उस पे नहीं जाना है. एवरीवन इज इंडिविजुअल. तो पहले हम अपना ध्यान रखें. आप अपना ध्यान रखेंगे और तो means that is individual, let him do whatever he wants to do, but at least they are doing something. मतलब आई विल से कि अगर वो बाहर रहते, मेटेलिस्ट होते, तो वो कम से कम हाथ में माला भी नहीं होती, सत्तुगुण में भी नहीं होती, प्याज लहसुन वाला खाना खा रहे होते, मतलब बहुत उल्टा सीधा कर रहे होते. कम से कम वो उससे थोड़ा सा आगे आ गए हैं, लेकिन अभी उसके मन में पूजा लाभ प्रतिष्ठा की भावना है. सो उस भावना के कारण वो ऐसे एक्ट कर रहा है. इट विल टेक टाइम. सो वी ऑल आर सफरिंग, वी ऑल हैव अनर्थास. हम सबके अंदर अनर्थास हैं. किसी के अंदर कम है, किसी के अंदर ज़्यादा है. किसी को कम समय लगेगा, किसी को ज़्यादा समय लगेगा. सो मतलब आई विल से कि प्रभु जी पहले हम अपना ध्यान रखें, और दैट इज़ सेकेंडरी कि उसको कैसे उसकी हेल्प करें, कैसे नहीं करें. ऑफ कोर्स ही इज़ ऑन द पाथ, इट विल टेक टाइम. सो आई विल से दिस मच, मीन्स लेट हिम डू व्हेन ही, मतलब एक समय आएगा जब उसको किसी उत्तम वैष्णव की कृपा मिलेगी, और कुछ ऐसा होगा तो मे बी सम कोई उसके साथ इंसिडेंट ऐसा हो लाइफ में जिससे कि वो चेंज हो जाए एकदम से. वी डू नॉट नो कब क्या होगा. सो दिस इज, बट हमें पहले अपने पे अपना ध्यान रखना है, दूसरों को देखना है इट्स सेकेंडरी. देयर आर डिवोटीज प्रोज, उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है. हर जगह ऐसे डिवोटीज होते हैं. इस्कॉन मीन्स इट्स कल्पतरु, सब कुछ मिलेगा यहाँ पे.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी। ठीक है।
हाँ, हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Bhajan.
हरे कृष्ण.
For you, although it's very late, we use a term Purna Sharanagati. So, are there any specific characteristics of Purna Sharanagati?
लास्ट टाइम ना श्री गौरपुर टोल्ड दिस 6 symptoms of शरणागति. अनुकूलस्य
Anukulasya
संपर्को.
Samparka Pratikulasya Bhajan.
So if they all these symptoms are there, na, Krishna is my only maintainer. Krishna will protect me in every condition. So if he's having, somebody is having these kind of characteristics, so that is a Purna Sharanagati kind of. Of course, there are many other characteristics, but if we are able to follow these 6 symptoms, na, that is means Purna Sharanagati. It may happen that in the beginning our faith is not so strong, but we can try for having a pure faith, that we should try to have only that Krishna is the only my maintainer and all these things. In beginning it may be weak, but we can try. Hare Krishna Bhuji. We should end this session. हरे कृष्ण जी।
धन्यवाद। मेरे ख्याल से कुछ और प्रश्न हैं, लेकिन we'll park them for next time.
Yes,
Or
Prabhu.
you can drop your question. Yeah, Radha Krishna Prabhu, you have.
We'll ask that question next.
Pardon?
We'll ask that question next.
Already answered. Okay. Thanks all of you. Thank you very much. His Grace Padmanabh Swaroop Prabhu ji ki jai. Shri
जय
Radha ki jai. Thank you.
हरे कृष्णा दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी
धन्यवाद
Hare
प्रणाम।
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you.